Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Dennis from Crypto Planet, also the Crypto Jew on Twitter. And today we're going to be taking a look at VeChain once again. And we're going to be looking at VeChain against the US dollar. Just had to pause that to sneeze for a second. But recently I had a couple of scenarios that I gave people in our chat and on YouTube and on the website that showed VeChain mostly being bearish in the medium term. And that scenario of it being bearish actually did play out. I just had a couple of different bearish scenarios. One of my main ones, this is the one I actually expected to be carried out. This seemed most likely to me, was that we'd follow Link. And we haven't followed the Link exactly, but it looked very similar. We had this move up over here, which can be seen over here. It's pretty much the same thing. You guys can see that was the exact same, but the difference was that Link had a temporary breakout of this triangle that had formed, which had failed. It looked bullish, but it had failed and broke down out. It fell underneath this support right here, and we continued downwards. And over here, as you could see, we didn't end up getting over to this area and retesting the support and breaking out temporarily before crashing. We actually just crashed right over here and broke right underneath. And this was with the news of the hack that had happened, where I believe it may have been a billion VeChain tokens were stolen. It was a lot. I don't know the exact numbers. I wasn't actually trading VeChain myself, so I didn't really pay much news to this. But it also seemed very coincidental that it happened when I expected this to be bearish, and of course this bearish news comes out and price starts to collapse and fall. Really convenient for anyone who's in the VeChain Foundation or anyone who has large bags that could have been told about this to sell. It seemed very manipulative to me. It seemed very sketchy, and I don't think that it was legitimate. And it's very hard to prove these sort of things, but I think this happens all the time in the crypto space, and people are able to get away with it. So let's look at these other scenarios right over here. So I did believe that if this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that had finished, and we had the A over here, the B over here, which is where this right here was the B, right over here, the top of this resistance, and I believe the C would complete right around here, which is actually where we have made it to, right around this zone. Only thing is, I do expect us to reach this lower zone. Not 100% sure. This could just be a flat correction. I could be wrong. But I wouldn't be surprised if this goes lower because Link actually did go lower, and I can see something very similar on the charts right now. So you could see over here you have this pattern forming, and it looks a lot like this. You have the cup over here, you have another cup over here, and then it continues downwards. So it looks like right over here, we're right here on VeChain, in my opinion. That's what it looks like to me. I'm gonna try and draw this out so you guys can see this better. It looks kind of like this. And that's what we had so far over here. But as you guys can see, we already have, this is the first thing that I drew, and then you have the second thing, and then it collapses afterwards and continues downwards. We should look at Link right now and see how Link actually looks and see what happened after that happened, because I haven't looked at Link in a while either. I'm gonna try and make this a bit darker so you guys can see that. But yeah, it looks a lot like this. And then afterwards, you have a move downwards. So I'm expecting to see not Link, VeChain continue further downwards, maybe test this zone again, or maybe reach my lower zone over here, which is around 0.0038. And that could give a great buying zone. I would say anywhere like over here, even a bit higher. This whole area has strong supports. Like right over here, there's a strong support zone. And then right over here is another strong support zone right underneath this. So now I'm on the Link chart. And I don't want to act like this is going to follow it to the absolute T, but it is definitely a good indicator to look at when we're trying to figure out what's going to happen with VeChain right now. Because recently the charts have looked very similar. As you guys can see, we have that same pattern that I showed before, which resulted in price falling. And as you can see, that fell a decent amount. So that tells me VeChain can very likely fall a decent amount once this pattern completes and once we get underneath that support. So now let's take a look back at VeChain and see where that support really is. So right over here, strong support right in that zone. Once that area is broken, I would say we're definitely heading down to a lower zone, like maybe over here somewhere. I would say we have a strong support right here. Much lower than that, I wouldn't really expect. I think that would be a safe buy zone if you're buying VeChain for the long term. I personally wouldn't have a problem with buying VeChain over here. I think that'd be a great idea. I would see this as being potentially a great area to get in. All the FUD is gone. The hack is probably forgotten about, and all the important good stuff about VeChain will probably start to pick up again, maybe around this area, and maybe we'll even see a double bottom. Right. Let me show you right around here. Maybe we'll see a double bottom right over here because that's what we've been seeing on a lot of altcoins over the past couple of months. You'll see they pump. There'll be a lot of great talk about them, a lot of great news, and then they head back down to where they started after those dumps. So even over here, if you load up down here and price doesn't hold there, I would say we're probably going here. And you can see this on pretty much any chart. You can see this on BitTorrent. Saw this on ENJ. That's where ENJ actually started pumping. You can see that happening, about to happen on Cardano. We're heading towards this zone. So, don't get caught up with the hype. Be realistic. Chances are we could head to these lower zones over here. I'm going to get rid of this one because I see these two as being the most likely zones right now. And, just for just a bullish bias for a potential bullish scenario, I'm going to remove these right now. If we do happen to get above this area and hold support on this trend line right here, and we get above here, I would say that would be very bullish in my opinion. That would signal that this bearish trend has been ended. I would say we have I would say we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here somewhere, followed by some sort of ABC like this. Not entirely a flat correction, but pretty close to it. And I would say that is where the ABC had completed. But if we go below here, that means the C is going lower, and that would probably finish here or over here to create a double bottom. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens and see where VeChain goes. If you're a VeChain holder, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can take a look at the perspectives. My perspective when I look at these other altcoins and see how they pumped a while ago, months ago, and now they headed down to these lower zones once again. And I hope you can compare that to what we see with VeChain and what we saw with Link. And I hope you can use that to your benefit rather than just getting upset at someone who disagrees with you. So if you guys enjoyed this video, check out the Telegram chat. You guys see it right over here. You can join. We have 450 members. We're posting content all the time. We're posting trades all the time. Made great profit on Grin, TFG 36%, ENJ 82%. We made 10.3%, 4%, and 9% profit on Grin. And all these have done great so far. We post XMR analysis, Bitcoin analysis. We bounce off that trend line so far. Litecoin analysis, more Litecoin analysis, XRP analysis, and just today we posted Cardano analysis. And as you guys can see, reach that zone once again. So that's where I'm coming from with this sort of thing over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, check out the links down below, follow me on Twitter as well. Take care, guys.